The idea of hinge point training is really just starting to learn how to move each of your spine segments individually. It is learning how to connect and start a conversation with each of those segments. We tend to treat our spines as one big thing, but reality is they actually are a bunch of segments that can all move independently. And a lot of people have no idea how to do this and can't connect to the muscles or aren't sure what they should be feeling when they're trying to do those movements. Once you kind of learn some of this stuff, then we can load them more. And if we think of spine movement or any movement that involves our spine, it should be kind of a group project. We know how group projects work when most of the people don't do their work and we ask the work to be done by one single person. They get overloaded and stressed and irritated. It's very similar in our backs. So all we're trying to do with this is build a little bit more awareness and get a little bit more movement in the areas that we don't have good connection to. And then over time we can feel what we need to feel and apply that into our other exercises. So I like to use a band, which is a great way to get some additional tactile feedback, some touching of the area. It just helps to light that part of our brain up to get us a better connection there. And then the way that I like to start this is just gonna be in quadruped. So you're gonna put the band across the area. For most people, we're gonna pick an area that is painful and then around there, above and below, we will work on those as well. If you don't have necessarily a certain area that's painful, you're just going to pick 3 to 5 different spots. You can do 10 for all that you want to do as long as you have the time for it. Really, this is something that is a lot of building awareness. So more is better. It's just a skill. So once you find the spot that you want to work on, you're gonna assume a position. You might do a semi-quadruped position. So sometimes we will go a little bit lower so that the band doesn't roll up. Sometimes we will come up here into more quadruped. It's up to you, but all you're thinking about now is flexing your spine into the band and then extending your spine away from the band. So you're trying to move the segment that the band is touching. And as you go into flexion, you should feel your abs working a little bit and a little bit of a stretch in your low back. As you extend, you should feel your low back muscles or your back muscles, the ones on each side of the spine working. And you should feel those kind of compress the part of your back that is under the band. What a lot of people will do with these initially is kind of move everything together. What we're trying to do is have the movement start and end at the spot under the band so that you are not compensating and bringing in a lot of other areas. But again, when you're first doing it, it's okay if you compensate a lot. It's going to take a lot of practice. And practice and getting better at a skill means you have to do a lot of things wrong before you get the hang of it. Now, the other key with doing this is making sure that we are not rocking back and forth at our hips. So we are not coming here and here. We are keeping our hips and everything stable, and we are just pressing into the band and moving away from the band. And as you do this more and more, as you practice, you should get the hang of it a lot better, and then you can progress into more challenging positions.